Look at this. That actually tastes exactly like a barbecue pork bun. 4.9 stars rating on Google reviews. Oh, smells like steamed fish as well. Hi guys, and this is Chef. So today, let's go on a bit of a meat feast. But the catch is, there won't be any animal products involved. You're probably thinking like, what the hell? What do you mean by going on a meat feast? That means we will be going on a bit of a Chinese veggie foodie adventure. Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed. You are probably no stranger to the idea of vegetarianism or veganism. In the past 5 to 6 years, plant-based meat of all sorts are becoming more and more popular, and you can even find them in your local supermarket aisles too. But when we look at Chinese vegetarian cuisine, the ingredients to replicate meat will mainly be wheat gluten, yams, tempeh, tofu, and other soybean based ingredients. Because these ingredients are so versatile, it is very easy to hold them into so many different shapes and forms, and this is how the cooks turn them into quote, fake meat and fake seafood. So why don't we go and have some Chinese style fake meat today? They're the OG plant-based meat after all. Without further ado, let's go! The first place that I'm checking out is Mother Chu's Vegetarian Kitchen. Late Mother Chu and her daughters actually opened their doors to Sydney Siders since 1992. So they have been serving Chinese and Taiwanese style veggie dishes for almost 30 years. Pretty impressive, right? But for my vegan audiences out there, just a heads up that some of the dishes that they have might use honey. So just be wary if you are following a strict vegan diet. As I walked into the restaurant, I immediately saw calligraphy and traditional style drawings hung on the wall. It has the looks and feels of a typical Chinese family household, and it really feels like I'm being invited to the Chu family house for a nice meal. I'm actually having a bit of a feast today, as you can see. I'll actually order quite a few stuff because there are just so many good food options here that I really want to try it out. The first thing that caught my eye was the pork bun. When I go Yum Cha, I just love my char siu bao. This is a replication of the roasted pork bun that you get from Yum Cha, and see how well that they can make it. And then the second thing that I got was soya ham fried rice. Basically, this is a fried rice, but they are replicating Spam using plant-based ingredients. When they put out the dish, I just smelled Spam. It has this like smoky, meaty scent to it, and it looks exactly like Spam as well. And lastly, it is the sizzling fish plate here. Actually, when I read the menu in English, they just said it's a soya bean roll. But in Chinese, it said it's a sizzling fish. Because I can read Chinese and I found like, fish. It must be pretty interesting. But when I look at this, I'm trying to think like, oh, what does that resemble? Maybe fish fillet or like abalone? I don't know, what do you guys think? There's so much food for me to eat, but that's good. The first thing that I'm gonna try is the pork bun. It actually looks exactly like a pork bun as well. Whoa. Look at this. So it's time to try out the barbecue pork bun. Let's go. Wow. Oh my god. That actually tastes exactly like the barbecue pork bun that you'll get from Yum Cha. This is crazy. So they definitely have the exact sweet sauce that they use, and the texture, it actually tastes like pork as well. This is crazy. But like when I smell it, it smells a bit like red beans instead of like a typical barbecue pork bun that you would get from Yum Cha. My mind is blowing right now. This is good. And then the second dish that I'm gonna try is the Spam fried rice. I'm actually curious because it looks like Spam and it also smells like Spam. All right, let's give it a go. Are you serious? Okay, I need to try the Spam on its own. This is crazy. Seriously. When I had this soya ham, it really tastes exactly like Spam. The texture is exactly the same. The flavors are exactly the same. And one good thing about this is they do not use MSG as compared to a typical Spam that you get from the supermarket. This is super healthy, it's plant-based. I guess one thing though about this fried rice is that it actually has pineapple in it, so I personally think the pineapple actually goes really well with the fried rice. It adds a bit of like a citrusy sweet taste to it. So it's a good combination of like savory and sweet. I personally really enjoy it. Oh, okay. I think someone is also ordering the sizzling stuff as well, as you can hear. In fact, they actually put on a bit of a performance when they served the sizzling fish. And this is how it goes. Ta-da! This is the fish. I mean, the fish. It has a bit of like a veggie sides to it as well. From what I can see, there is cucumber and carrots and also mushroom. Shall we give it a go? It tastes like a fish fillet that you can get from a Chinese restaurant. It just got that texture to it. But obviously because this is soybean roll, you can't expect to be like super tender. I actually can't really pinpoint what this sauce is. And this is a dish that actually would go really well with rice, I would say. The sauce, because it is a bit salty and a tiny bit of sweetness that comes through as well. Maybe I'm just gonna bring the fried rice back and have it with like a bite of the rice as well, with the sauce. And then the rice. The sauce just gives like additional flavors to the fried rice as well. I'm sure that it's not like the recommended way of eating it, but if you guys are coming here, just do it. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. Right before I was planning to leave, the owner wanted to shout me a dessert, which was really nice, so thank you. It actually came as a surprise to me because she was like, because I saw you filming, so I would like to shout you a dessert. I'm actually a bit startled because they did that, but I'm just very glad that I got something new to try as well. So I'm really grateful for that. So this dessert is actually black glutinous rice with coconut milk. Shall we give it a go? At first when I saw this, I actually thought it's kind of like a red bean dessert. It is very coconutty. And then there's this subtle sweetness that is coming from the glutinous rice, but it's not overly sweet, and with like the creamy taste of coconut milk. No wonder they said this is one of their signature desserts. So if you guys come here, definitely have to get this too. Alrighty, so here we are at Redfern, and this place that I'm checking out is called TNT Vegan. Very interesting. When I check out their menu, it can literally look like any menus that you would find in any typical Chinese restaurants, but everything here is vegan. This place actually has a 4.9 stars rating on Google reviews. I'm wondering what actually makes this place so popular that people love coming here. I'm curious to find out what they have to offer. I've actually ordered quite a bit of food here. As you can see, it's full of dishes on the table, so I'm gonna introduce it to you one by one. I guess I will start with the one here, which actually looks like a fish. So they said it's actually a steamed fish. And then the next one that I got here is the prawns. And lastly is the Shandong chicken here. I can definitely see like the shape of chicken here as well, so I'm actually pretty curious if that is gonna taste like the real thing. Even though if it doesn't, I totally understand, because at the end of the day, these are not animal dishes. So I'm just gonna go in with a bit of an open mind and just try all these amazing dishes out. So, and of course, if you are having a Chinese feast, you definitely need to have your white rice as well. Because I actually think of these dishes, it's gonna go really well with rice. Okay, let's start with the fish. I am actually really curious. They even try to imitate like the fish skin as well with like the grayish color on the surface. And then like the white part is like the fish meat. So it's actually really interesting. Oh, it smells like steamed fish as well. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a go. Okay. They definitely use like the steamed fish sauce that you will find in normal steamed fish. So in terms of the flavors, I can definitely taste like the soy sauce and also the gingery coriander taste in it, which is very similar to a steamed fish. But I have to say, for the texture of this one, it is definitely a little bit more chewy. Again, since this is not actually a fish, you can't really expect to completely replicate the texture of fish. But I would still recommend it because it actually tastes really good and it got a pretty good texture to it. Wow. And I definitely think the sauce for this one, it goes really well with the rice. Second dish that I'm having is the prawns. If you look at this, they actually shaped it like a prawn. And there is also a bit of like a subtle orange color that you can see on the surface of the prawns as well. And then on the sides, they also have like peanuts and also capsicums and also some salad leaves as well and mushrooms. Okay, let's give it a go. For me, I'm actually really impressed with the sauce. The sauce is a little bit sweet and sour. It does have this like vinegary taste to it. But again, since we are at a vegan restaurant, they are not using any animal products. You really cannot expect that it 100% replicates what prawn would taste like. It does have a bit more of a chewy texture as compared to normal prawns. But I really like the flavors. And think about it, like when you are going to a restaurant, usually an animal dish would cost like maybe $20, $25 and all that. But this actually only costs like $16.80. It's much cheaper than having a meat dish. So I guess this also appeals as well. Okay, the last one is the Shandong chicken. When I looked into this dish, it definitely looks like chicken pieces, but does it actually taste like chicken? Let's find out. The flavors are definitely there. But actually, even though when they said it's spicy, I don't think it's that spicy. But when it comes to the texture, it reminds me a bit of fish balls. They're actually really creative in creating these dishes that imitate how animal products look like. I think they nailed it when it comes to presentation. And flavor-wise, all the sauces are top-notch. All the sauces, all the flavors that I've ordered here, it all goes really well with rice. If you guys want to shake things up, I would totally recommend this place. And also, they give complimentary fruits after you finish your mains, which is definitely a good way to wrap up your meal. This is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the little foodie adventure that I brought you guys to and had a bit of fun with me having fake meat. I mean, it is a bit different from what we would usually have, right? Thank you so much. If you like this video, please make sure to like and also subscribe to my channel. And also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. As always, I'm always keen to hear from you. I will see you guys in the next video.